So once more again, your brother Israel, I'm in trouble with the damn TikTok people. I looked down on all the guidelines and I read every single thing that it said, and not one shape, form, or fashion I felt like I was being biased. I was being evil. I said something out of pocket. I was being misleading. I was trying to sell something. I didn't do. All I did was report events that has actually happened, and I said this is what I said, and I stand on the word on which I said that regular common American people with their bias and the fight, when they put up their hands to fight against black people and not stand in solidarity with wanting to fight with black people so we can get reparations, they will end up having to pay two times. Not only will they have to come out of their own pocket, the government is going to pay. I stand by that. I don't think I was trying to incite a riot. I don't think I was being misleading. I said in California right now, it's all these different lawsuits that's going on because of the racism and the discrimination that our people are facing in California. So you got all these lawsuits popping up, and it's just not California. It's all over the entirety of the United States of America. You seeing all these class action lawsuits being filed and being won by black people over discrimination and racism that takes its form of hatred on the job, in our housing, in the schools. You got to imagine racism affects all the different aspects of our life. It's just not, oh, you can't get a job. Oh, we just not going to let you into school. Oh, we just don't want you. It's all these different forms. So I stand by my word. By all the other American people sitting over there protesting, saying that we don't want to pay reparations. And that very fact, they're going to have to come out of their own pocket and have to pay for it. I mean that. You know what I'm saying? Let's look back. Okay, recently, lawsuits in California for discrimination against black people include settlements for racial bias and housing, appraisal, and employment, such as one against the Mission Springs Water District, and a class action against Kaiser, as well as a pending lawsuit against Google, and several cases in the educational sector involving schools in Sacramento and Pittsburgh Unified. Additionally, a lawsuit was filed in August 2025 against Marin County over alleged racism, discrimination against a black real estate investor. So that's all going on in California right now. You have all these lawsuits of black folk, your people, suing different companies and different people in California over their bias and over their racism. Why am I wrong for saying that? Why am I wrong for saying that regular people in this country will have to pay reparations two times? Why am I wrong for saying that? Ain't it happening? Don't you see it in the news? Didn't they just, wasn't it a brother? I couldn't find it. I tried to find it. I couldn't even find it. But wasn't it a brother in California that was granted over $125 million for them being racist to him on the job? So when I sit up here and say that regular common people will have to pay for reparations, you're going to have to pay two times. And the more you fight is the more money that you're going to have to pay. The racism and the bias that you keep, that's going to ensure that you have to come out of your pocket. You got to go over to your bank account and take out money to give to people who you have did some type of harm to. Why am I wrong for saying that, TikTok? Why am I wrong for stating the obvious events that has taken place in this world as I live? Why am I wrong for that? Who am I hurting? Somebody's feeling for telling the truth? I'm hurting people's feelings because I'm telling you the truth about actual sets of events that actually took place. Let's go back to my home where I come from, Fresno, California. I seen my city up in here. I was looking at it, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, I know my city is racist, but I can understand why. Where was it at? Okay, Fresno Unified School District, a lawsuit challenging the district race-based programs was dismissed on August 2025. The group is appealing the decision. That's going on where I come from, in the city where I come from. I know it's a gang of cities. I know California is big, but when you have racism dominating the state, it's going to be affected everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere and every single place in California is racist to me. It's so much damn systemic and overt and covert racism out there that you know what? That's the only reason why I left California, because they would not let me make it like that. The only thing that I wanted was to have a better position. Okay, I got the position. I had the position. I was working the position. I was happy. You know what I'm saying? They did me righteous. I'm not going to lie. The people where I work, they put me on the penthouse floor. They gave me my own office space, every single thing. I was in control of the whole building. So I made it on that level. But when it come into housing, all of the investors and all of the banks would never give me a loan to get a home. Doesn't matter that on a piece of paper with the IRS showed them people that I worked for 25 years straight. Didn't matter that if you looked inside of my bank of account, I had money. You know what I'm saying? I had good money, you know what I'm saying, for a down payment on any house. They made sure that they kept me out of the lock so I could never get a bank loan. I could never. That's the only reason why I truly left California. With all of the oppression, with all the discrimination, with all the hatred towards my people, that wasn't enough to make me leave California. What made me leave California is I'm not going to be living in this damn apartment for the next 20, 30 years when I can own my own house. So they're not letting black folk buy real estate. They're not letting black folk get homes. They want black people stuck up in apartments. And then when one demographic moved to that area, they'd kick all the black people out of there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear that. I didn't run because California is a violent place. I didn't run because I didn't have no money. I didn't run out of California because I was looking at the violence that was taking place. I had to live that. I had to and suffer that as a black person living in California. That was fine. It was the whole point is they did every single thing in their power to make sure that I could not buy a home. That's why I'm in Chicago now. Thanks to God, I'm living in my home. You know what I'm saying? I already got my home. I'm here right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's a damn shame when you can sit up here and you can fight for something, do everything in your power, everything in your will to get something and have a block, have a stumbling block, have a snare set before you that you will never be able to overcome. That's why I'm telling y'all, you know what I'm saying? They say I'm wrong for telling y'all the truth about my life. I'm wrong for sitting over here telling you about the things that I have seen. I'm wrong for telling you about events that are taking place in the world right now. Okay, University of California, San Diego, the UCSD, a scholarship found for black students was challenged in court for violating anti-discrimination laws. The found agreed upon open application to all students. They do not want black kids to get into those colleges. I'm wrong for saying that. I'm wrong right now because of the University of California in San Diego, the UCSD, is keeping black kids out of school, wanting to go to school. But I'm wrong on TikTok or any platform for stating what is happening in the world. What kind of double damn standard is put on black people in this country to where we can't even tell y'all the damn truth? Let's see what's happening in Sacramento. Sacramento City Unified School District. A lawsuit was filed by the Black Parole School Board and students against the district for discrimination practices against black students with disabilities, leading to a settlement agreement. So I'm wrong for telling my people that Sacramento got a lawsuit on them because they don't want to have black people with disabilities to come into their school. I'm wrong for telling y'all that in Sacramento, they hate on black people that have disabilities and they got a lawsuit and they have to pay them for that. That's not fair. Ain't nothing about any of these systems that are set up are fair to black people when black people can tell the truth about the world that they live in. And we're in trouble. I'm in trouble right now. I'm in trouble for every single thing that I have said. I've already said it today and got in trouble for it. Why is that? I pose the question here today. Why is that? You know what I'm saying? Why am I getting in trouble? Yes, I'm a black man. Yes, I'm a proud American. Why am I getting in trouble for covering topics and issues that are taking place in the world? Okay, Google lawsuit. A lawsuit filed in 2022. Okay, Google for racial bias against black workers, claiming the company steered them into low-paying jobs and denied opportunities for advancement. So I'm wrong because Google want to sit up there and the only jobs that they will give black people is low-paying jobs. Remember, they're accused of this. You know what I'm saying? They are accused, meaning they are in court right now and they have to sit up here and pay black people because they're not being fair with black people. So if Google, this damn giant of a damn company that controls a lot of stuff, is being sued in California because they're not being equal. They're not being just. They're not being fair to black people who live in California. I'm wrong. I got to get a copyright strike. I got to get a ban. I got to sit up here and be kicked around and all of my information being blocked because I choose to tell you the truth. Hold up. I'm being in trouble because Google want to be racist towards black people. Come on, this ain't making no damn sense up over here. Okay, look at Kaiser Permanente. That's how they say it in where I come from. That's how they say it in California. So I gotta say it like that. We all say it like that in Permanente. We say it with a Spanish little twist on it. You know what I'm saying? A Mexican little twist on it. Okay, settled a class action lawsuit alleging a racial glass ceiling that prevented black employees from receiving an equal pay. The company agreed to pay approximately $11.5 million. That's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? They got to pay that out. But I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm wrong for sitting up here saying all these different lawsuits and all these different companies. And all of this started from reparations. Okay, if they paid reparations out, that would change the whole United States, and they would be forced not to discriminate and have all these damn racist biases against black people. They're getting sued. That's why I say it's going to come out of the regular American people pocket first. They're going to have to pay. They're going to have to pay 2 times because they're practicing it against black people. They're guilty. You know what I'm saying? They're guilty. But once more again, TikTok, how am I wrong for this? I'm not the Kaiser Permanente people. I didn't tell them to be racist towards black people. I didn't tell Google to be racist towards black people and get sued for it. I didn't tell Fresno Unified School District to be racist towards black children with disabilities. I never did that. That's what happens when you practice racism. You know what I'm saying? That's when you practice bigotry and bias to a certain group. That's not my fault. I'm not on those boards. I'm not the VP or the vice president of them damn companies ordering and issuing out all these damn policies that only affect one racial group, which is black people here in this country. How am I demonized? How am I mocked and I'm shamed because I want to sit up here and tell the truth? I never did none of this. Let's go to it. Okay, let's go to Springfield. Okay, the Mission Springfield Water District settled a case for $90,000 after a black employee filed a complaint for race-based discrimination and harassment. How am I wrong for that? You You know what I'm saying? Workplace discrimination that takes place in California to all of them. Do you know how many jobs I done had in California? Do you know how long I've been working? Do you know how old I am? Do you know the first job that I done had? Do you know I've been working for the last 25 years on paper? You can't tell me nothing. I lived in California for 37 years and experienced discrimination, racism, bias, damn right down, dehumanization on my people. I experienced it. So because I experienced a certain event to me that happened to me in my life, not only to me in my life, not only to my family, but my whole race of people. I'm wrong for expressing what I've been through. I am wrong because my people are being discriminated in the schools, in the neighborhood, on the job, in the hospitals. I'm wrong for that in the colleges, on the workplace. I'm wrong for that. Y'all want to block my message because I'm telling the truth about what y'all people are doing, what has been done to my people. I'm wrong for that. That doesn't make any sense. I stand on my word. All the people here in America are going to end up paying reparations. Yes, they are. In Jesus Christ's name, they will pay. My government will pay again. So y'all going to have to pay 2 times. Our government is going to have to pay for what they did to us. Y'all going to pay for what y'all doing now in real time, in real life, in the schools, in the colleges, in the workplaces, in the hospitals, in the neighborhoods, in the apartments, in any academia, any housing, any form of life, any aspect of life that we have to suffer and we have to endure. Y'all gonna pay for it because y'all doing those things now. And it's been proven. Workplace in the let's go back. A real estate investor. A lawsuit was filed in August 2025 alleging that a black entrepreneur faced discrimination and obstacles from Marin County while developing floating homes. That's my fault. That's my fault. I told them people in the real estate agencies to sit up there and be biased to black people trying to build properties. That's my fault that they want to be racist to my people while they try to build something. They made sure and they did every single thing in their power to keep me from owning property in California. That's why I had to move out of California. That's why. If I lived in California and they were being fair to me with as much as I work and as much money as I have and how much that I am willing to bust my ass on the grind to have something, I should own 2 houses in California and in a whole apartment building. Shit, right now, as I sit here and I go over these things. So I'm just upset with TikTok once more again. They don't stop when it comes to me. They won't stop. You know what I'm saying? When will they stop messing with me? I haven't hated on anybody. All I did was state the natures of what's happening to my people. And they sitting up here once again hating on me because of it. Who have I heard it with telling the truth? Who have I heard it with the news that's in the world of actual places and events that are happening as I speak? Why am I being demonized? Why am I being persecuted for stating actual events that's happening in real time?